It will be a deficiency talking about development and underdevelopment in the African continent without emphasizing on African political leadership or governance. Welcome to VOIP Africa, Voices of the Youth in Politics. Today, we are going to have an exciting discussion on the topic the inefficiency of African political leadership or governance. In our discussion today, we are going to have the founder of VOIP Africa, Mr. Unanyo Omborebe Noah. Mr. Noah, you are welcome.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Mr. Noah, the youth of Africa are lamenting on the inefficiency of African political leadership and governance, which has led to the underdevelopment of the continent. Mr. Noah, what's your take on this?
Okay, so thank you. For me, when it comes to the challenges we face in our leadership scope, I don't feel comfortable attributing it solely to the people who rise into office. But then I want to tackle it from the perspective of the kind of norms and attitudes we have normalized in our political institutions. It operates such that we can have people outside the government machinery seeing everything that is wrong with the government and how to fix it. They can actually provide prudent ways to mitigate the challenges that we face in our governance. But then immediately the person ascends into office, then the person begins to do the contrary. And you ask yourself, so what exactly is the problem? And so for me, it is not necessarily the people who rise into office, but this monster, I call it a monster, this monster that has normalized corruption, nepotism, tribalism, misuse of funds and misappropriation of funds in our political institutions has a very key role to play when it comes to inefficient leadership on the continent.
Interesting. Mr. Noah, how do you think these challenges that have crippled African development be solved or kept?
Okay, so for me, I feel that we need a young generation of leaders who are devoted and willing to tackle and to destroy this monster that has normalized corruption in our society. A young generation of people who are willing to take their destinies into their own hands. A young generation of youth who will not stand aloof and watch the resources that are supposed to be preserved for their future being squandered by an older generation. For me, politics has everything to do with our lives and our future as young people. And so the earlier we begin to realign our thoughts to embrace politics as an integral part of our lives, the better. And so how will we liberate ourselves from the ills of underdevelopment and unemployment that we think about all the time if the resources that are supposed to be preserved for us are being used to acquire loans now and consumed by an older political generation which will not live to see the repercussions of their reckless spendings and actions. And so for me, the way forward is that the youth of Africa must begin to embrace politics and to take politics serious and learn how to offer constructive criticisms to policies that do not argue well for our future as young people on this continent.
To add what VOIP Africa is.
Okay, so basically VOIP Africa means Voices of the Youth in Politics on the African continent. VOIP Africa seeks to rekindle political consciousness and enthusiasm among the youth of Africa so as to effectively tackle and eradicate all forms of political apathy among the youth of Africa.
Interesting. Our dear viewers, it has been an exciting discussion with the founder of VOIP Africa, Mr. Noah Unanyo Omborebe. I will entreat each and every youth out there to take active part in politics. To hear more of this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do not forget to comment. Express your thoughts on political inefficiency or governance in Africa. My name is Silas Yakalim. Thank you for watching.